This is Tom Jara, and today, a tree saved this round instead of destroying it.
That hit the tree.
Yep.
And came back. No, I'm taking.
Shout out to the trees.
Shout out to the trees.
At least that one tree that really helped us. That did give us the opportunity.
But the thing that saved him in real life hits way harder.
It was instrumental, and now.
Welcome back to Mulligan Mike, where we have Tom Jara today as our guest. You're going to learn a lot about his story, a lot about his kids as well. He has a really empowering story that I'm super excited to learn more about. And he's got some hidden talents that I'm also looking to discover a little bit more about and talk. So stay tuned. This one is primed to be a really good episode. As a reminder, is Mulligan Mike powered by Party Media, where it's never too late to rewrite your scorecards. Make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe on the episode. Once we get to over 500 subscribers, we're eligible to start earning money from YouTube, and all of the money from the profits get donated to a certified nonprofit of the lowest scoring pairing at the end of each season. So please help us hit that goal, like, comment, subscribe, and then share with your friends to get them also to like, comment, and subscribe, because every like, comment, and subscription does truly make an impact moving forward. Lastly, thank you to Hidden Valley Golf Course here in Lincoln, Nebraska for having us out today. We're gonna play the front 9 today, and we'll catch you on tee box number 1.
Don't look at my phone.
That's all the answers.
Dang, come on.
Hole 1, question 1. You've gone from banking to bench pressing 50-pound rucks for charity. But I gotta ask, what's tougher, carrying that pack for 13 miles or carrying a 4-foot on your scorecard?
It's a good question. I think with the 50-pound half marathon, that was definitely something with a mission. So it didn't seem like it was as difficult in the moment. But carrying a high score on my scorecard, that sticks with me for a while. But the feeling I got from that half marathon, after I was done and the adrenaline wore off, I couldn't walk for a little bit. My feet were hurting, but during it I couldn't feel anything. I just had a consistent mantra going in my head. This too shall pass. This is going through, like, just talking to myself real positive, like thinking like how much this is for the kids, what this was going towards, the goal to raise that money for CEDARS, how giving people were, how quickly we raised the money, how quickly it felt like people were just willing to donate to raise that money so quickly. And then the realization of how many pounds I had to carry. So that was it felt good to be able to do that in that moment. So it felt almost weightless at the time.
I get that does not get you excited for the rest of this episode. Most people would just be like, oh, this or that. But no, Tom put it a little bit different of a twist on there. So I think if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what else will. Hopefully our tee shots will also get you excited for the rest of this episode. So we'll see you on first tee box.
Hit it
All right, we got
far.
hole 1 out here at Hidden Valley Golf Course, 340 yards straight. You got right's going to be a little bit out. We're going to start with the excuses right now. It's currently, I think, 48 degrees with this light breeze, 10-degree breeze. Nothing as bad as what I did yesterday with gusts up to 42 it ended up being. That was tough, but we're looking forward to being in the sun. Tom's got driver in hand. We've had a total of one other person outside of me hit the fairway on their opening tee shot. So will Tom join the exclusive group? It's looking good.
Ooh,
stay in there.
Hang on. Fell off to the right.
Just ran off.
Fell off
It does
to the right.
open up a little bit for the fairway
It
over
does.
there, so there is a chance. What does it look like? Left to right wind based on that ball flight. So yesterday I was trying to tee it up on a par 3, and the wind fell off like 3 to 4 times. Like
Oh,
just
no
fell
kidding.
off the tee, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, this is tough.
Come around.
Oh, fade. Come on. Really started that one left. But we have Tom's ball, so stay tuned. 98-yard shot, uphill, elevated, I think we're at about 110. Tom did hit the fairway, so we got 2 people now. My only complaint is that we're in the shade here. We just talked about that we want to be in the sun, so he should have hit it 5 yards further. But we'll take it.
I couldn't get it there. Couldn't get it to the sun, so we're gonna freeze in the shade.
Yeah, what do you got in hand?
I'm gonna hit a little wedge. Ooh,
You're due one of those on camera.
goodness. What a time. Getting that one out of the way.
Yep. I swear, the cold does not help
Whew.
at all.
No, your hands feel that too.
Any miss
Oh
hit, you're
yeah,
just like,
my
oh
hands felt
boy.
that one.
All right, I'm going to account for the cold and it frosted a little bit, so I'm gonna hit a pitching wedge. Just gonna choke down a little bit, kind of going at this tree. Gotta try to hit a little cut in there. Should be good.
Looks good.
If that's the right number,
Saved
that's
us.
good. Maybe a birdie to start.
Attaboy.
All right, upper my shot. It did just bounce off of the green, unfortunately, and just kind of rolled into this. So maybe it's a little drier than I thought, since it kind of went a little far, but we got us a nice little chip shot. We have literally almost no green to work with. What do you got in hand?
Sand wedge. We're gonna try to land it soft and see if it'll trickle down.
Okay.
Get down there. Oh, that was the one I wanted too.
Oh, that looked like how you're supposed to hit this one.
That's how I wanted it.
All right, I got a 56. Gonna try to just land it right on the edge of this fringe. Just on the right side, because it looked like yours were moving a little left. Oh, and I get the boost. Oh well, we're putting.
It's like a little right to left, but we're not gonna give up the cut because it's actually gonna go downhill. But it's just feeding off that hill a little bit to where it's
Hopefully you guys can hear Tom's whispers.
still inside right.
Inside right.
Yeah, it's not gonna move too much. I think that hill's gonna take a little bit of the break out of it. I'll give you a roll here. Tell you that sun feels good when that wind stops.
Right.
Ooh, gotta hit it.
Oh.
It's soft.
Tap that in. We're in for bogey. Worst part is always taking your glove off. I tried to leave the glove on as long as possible so my hand could stay warm.
I completely just left it on. I was like, my hand is cold. I'm gonna leave the glove on.
Do not blame you. All right, par putt. There we go.
There we are.
Par it is. That makes us even through one. We'll catch you
Par
on
for
tee box 2.
Hopefully that's only one shank per round.
He's gonna open up on that soundbite.
that was rough. Man.
All right, so we're even par after one. Next hole is gonna be kind of a tough one on the green because the green is funky, to say the least. It's hole 2, question 2. You've worked your way up from teller to vice president. That's not exactly a short climb. What's one Mulligan moment early in your career where you learned something the hard way that made you a better leader today?
It's a good question. I think
I'm gonna tell you they're all good questions.
Yeah.
Everybody says they're good questions.
that's a good one because I always think about that though. Like, and I talk to a lot of students at the university when they ask like what's like that bit of advice, or when we do networking events and stuff like that. What's that piece of advice? And a moment that I would say I really learned from was probably learning through COVID. So you're correct. I started as a teller in 2018, moved into the banker role at the same location, and then moved into the branch manager position at one of our locations in town. And shortly after that is when COVID started. Typically I'm someone who I like to be there and like be present and lead from the front, but during that time I was home for a few weeks with my son. He was sick, and so I stayed home, was working from home, and was doing a lot of like in branch, out of branch, but mainly out of branch work, and trying to manage remotely or lead people remotely was I had to learn how to take a step back and let other people do their job effectively, and come back to realize like I had a really great crew, really great team. they took care of everything. And it was one of those realizations of this bit of advice I heard once upon a time that sounded mean at the time. It's like, you're not as important as you think you are. And one of those things where it's like, it was very humbling in that time. It's like, everybody was fine. They let me know when they needed something, but majority it was trusting the team to do the job that they were hired to do. And they all did that so well that when I moved into the regional role as a regional manager, it was that's what you have to do to be effective, because you can't be, I was overseeing 6 locations at that time. You can't be 6 places at once. And so you have to put the right manager, the right leader in the right position, and help them build up their team and allow them the trust and ability to do their job.
Yeah.
And that was something that was learned through COVID. I always felt like I had to be there. It was always something that I felt guilty if I wasn't there, kind of a deal. And now it's like, you hire these people to do a job, you hire them to lead. They were put in that position, some were put in there prior, and you just support them as much as you can to get them to do their job effectively and help them do their job effectively and support them where they might need it. But you can't step in and always do it for them. And that was one of those valuable lessons. Like, through it, I have to allow them to do their job so I can also do what I tend to do best, and that is, what I feel is connecting people in different areas to kind of build that stronger, or help people grow stronger, or support people to grow stronger, coach people to grow stronger, and also like supporting them where necessary, where they need it, and in that time that they need it.
I think it's kind of important too. You hit on it, but not really. You're forced into the situation of not being able to help, but through that you were actually to grow more from it and learn lessons that probably couldn't have learned without
Absolutely.
COVID. Like, as awful as COVID was, like, it taught us a lot about a lot of different things, and it really forced us to mature and grow in different ways and become better on that. And you obviously took a career as a teller and then moving up all the way to VP right now at your location. It's just that story alone, I'm sure we could dive into so many more questions, but you have so much more of your story that we're going to dive into. But first, we're going to dive into this tee shot here, which is going to be a par 4, 396 yards.
You ever play those courses where you hit a tee shot in a par 4 and it tells you hit it like 412 yards and you're like, there's no, but you keep that and you're like, I hit a drive 412 yards today.
I'm just going to say my longest drive was 321.
Oh yeah.
It was downwind, downhill, but it was still 321.
Hey, I'll mark that on the scorecard just like I'd mark a 412 drive that I'm like, there's no way.
Or what were you saying in the card about your voice?
Oh, I'm shaking, so my voice is gonna be a little shaky because I'm cold. I'm not normally cold. I even brought out pants for this occasion. Normally I'd be in shorts. I'm glad I didn't wear those today.
Nice.
All right, let's see if we can get one out there. Oh, hang on.
Hit a tree.
It did.
Hit a tree, bounce back in. It's going to be right in between those 2 trees there.
We shall see.
It's going to be a tough shot, but
I am never hitting it right usually, but today we are.
Those of you that have watched Ben's episode, Tom and Ben are friends and they've golfed together. And he said that was some of the worst golf I've seen you shoot. I'm going to go on this side. And in my defense for Ben, I told him the camera does add 10 strokes, and he's learning.
I believe it now.
The shank and the case of the rights. Yeah, I'm going to try to hit a cut off of that bunker there. Let's see if this one cuts or if it just pops off left. That'll work. Oh, I snapped my my plastic tee. The worst thing, I've had this since the beginning of this golf season, and I snapped it. Rest in peace. Got 172 to the flag here. We're in a lovely little gap where all the trees are blocking our wind, and we're in the sun.
My goodness.
So
this is
it feels nice.
This is ideal.
What are you hitting, 7 or 6?
I'm gonna hit a 6 because it's cold out. Try to knock it down a little bit, and this ground is not forgiving at all.
That's what I'm thinking, but my pitching wedge went 120 something, so I'm like, well, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna choke down a little bit, and this hole has that backside.
Yeah.
That
I I know
if
you
I
don't want to
fly
be
it,
long.
yeah, I don't want to go too long, but if I go to the hole, I at least have that backstop that hopefully that's
Should be
where it
good.
falls, but that's only if I'm good enough to hit it on the green.
Oh, you are. You got
that's
this.
a great thought, but you got to hit the shot. That's the one. We're on.
You're on. Nice shot. How much did you take off of that?
I was choked down about halfway down there, probably 85%.
Okay, I'm gonna hit a full 7 then.
That wind grabs it.
The wind grabs it and pushes
Yeah,
it?
it was right of the flag the whole way, and then once that wind grabbed it, it pulled it left. So now we're left of the pin.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go a little bit right of this pin then. Hit a little cut, should straighten out. Come on, wind. Ooh, short. But we're on the green. Nice divot we got here.
Of course, made it
right on this. If you would have went just a little bit further, so right here's a little hill, and then it just barely stopped up. So if you would have went a little further, it would have been set in a really good spot. I like that line, because this whole way looks like it's gonna go to the left.
Yeah.
That's on the side of the hill here.
I was just making sure I get it there.
Yep.
It's gonna be a little uphill. Ooh,
More.
I didn't get it. Didn't get all of it.
No? You pushed it a little bit, you think?
No, it came off the hill. Just didn't.
You can leave that there.
Didn't get that there.
You gotta come record. By hole 9, you're gonna get used to it. It's coming back to the camera.
One of these times.
Yep.
You'd
You're gonna be
think.
like, I'm ready to
You'd
record
think.
now. Come on.
Great putt.
Oh.
Great putt.
But that's a par. On this tough of a green, for this to be a par, that's a good par. Makes us even through 2.
We'll take it.
Better watch out, Ben.
Yeah, I'm wired already. It's like that. Had my daily energy drink, 1 of 2. I got the other one in the truck.
Nice. Well, this one's a little bit tougher of a question for you.
Okay.
So we're even through 2. We will be doing our nonprofit holes, so stay tuned for holes 3, 6, and 9. If you want to skip ahead to the end of holes 3, 6, and 9 just to see who we're donating for the nonprofit and what cause Tom is going to pick today, you can do that, or you can stay tuned with us on this one. So hole 3, question 3. You've shared that finding out that you were adopted at 13 changed the way that you saw yourself. How did that experience shape the kind of father, husband, and leader you became? And I want to focus more on the type of father and husband you became from that experience.
Sure. So, yeah, finding out that I was adopted at 13 was something you kind of expected. People always say, why were your parents older? My parents currently are in their 80s, mid-80s.
Oh, wow.
My dad's 87. So
you're how old?
I am 34.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Growing up with sisters who had kids all my age, so all my nephews were about 1 year apart, most of us. So we grew up, we're more like brothers than we are like I'm their uncle, which is, one of those things that everybody always joked about, like, why is your uncle younger than you, to some of my nephews. And so we grew up with that. But so there's always that, why am I at this place in life? And that happens. But when my parents told me, and 13 is that transitional age. I'm going into high school at that point in time. Started high school at 13, graduated at 17, I believe. And so it was just a transitional phase. So my natural inclination was rebel, fall back into kind of a victim mindset of, well, why me? Because I knew who my birth mother was, and I knew that I had half brothers, and I knew that I was kind of in that middle range of the kids, of the boys, and I was kind of like, well, why was I given up? So it was always that thing that I kind of held a little bit of just anger towards. Like, it was always something I felt maybe abandoned at certain times. But now how I look at that, or as I look back on those experiences, like you said, becoming a father and all those things, like, I don't know if I would have ever been given the opportunities I've been given had that not been the case. Had I not been adopted into the family that I was, had I not been, you know, placed in a different environment, different dynamic, just a different situation as a whole. Because then I was, my parents have given me everything. You know, we didn't always have. We didn't always have everything, you know, but I never went hungry. I never didn't have a roof over my head. My nephews and I and our family, we still joke, like we grew up in a trailer park up north in our hometown, and we lived right next to each other, and those were like the fondest memories that we had. Like we just, it was such a simple beginning, you know, and so we never, you never felt like you were struggling. So you always just felt like that was normal. And that was something that I look back on now, though, all those experiences, all these, that was for me, a God moment for me of there's a reason why you were plucked out of this situation. There's a reason why you are here now. Like, don't waste the opportunity. So now me as a dad, it's how can I take what I'm trying to instill in my sons and you know, make sure that they don't ever feel some of the feelings that I felt, and you know, never feel that they're not loved or anything. And a lot of it was just in my head, because as I looked around, as I look back now, like I had so much support from my family, from my friends' parents, like so much support. But when you're young and you're so wrapped up in that, you're like, no one's here for me. But there was so many people, and so many influential people that really took me in at those times, and I didn't appreciate it at the time, and now I'm like, I do. And so now for my kids, it's how do I give them that stable support consistently across that, like even in the times, like, because they're going to grow and they're going to make their own mistakes, like how can I make sure that I'm that consistent support that I had, and without being this you know, negative force in their life, or allowing them to make their mistakes, you know, not trying to stop them from making their mistakes, or not trying to steer them in a certain direction I want them to go, but like give them the freedom, like my parents did, just give them the freedom to make their mistakes. You learn from all of them, you figure it out. And that's just how I'm trying to steer, you know, my parent in a different direction.
Very cool. That's deep. I think you hit on so many important nuggets that a lot of people can apply for a lot of different circumstances right now. I'm curious because I'm starting to meet more people, and it seems like there is a higher adoption population than I was aware of. So if you are adopted or know somebody that also was adopted, I'd love to hear it in the comments if you were adopted, and maybe share some of the same stories Tom does, or what timing you were told that you were adopted. Because to be told that you were 13 when you're going through puberty, when you're going into high school, when you're going through all these things, it just compounds off of there and can really just tear somebody apart. But it seems like it was able to teach you, and of course it's hindsight, it's 2020. When you get a little bit older, you understand a little bit more, and then when you have kids, you understand why your parents do a little bit more. And now my parents aren't as bad as what I thought they were, and that whole thing that everybody goes through. So thanks for sharing the story.
Absolutely.
Hole 3, 465 yards, I think it said from the scorecard. I'm not really sure. We'll double check when we get there. Is the dog leg right? Really want to take it to the left, but you have to get past this tree over here to kind of have a shot to go at the green and 2. But you can't go too far left because it's on the right side.
Ooh, slip there. Oh boy, that still might be all right. That still might be okay.
Yeah, we might have a shot. Trees are 90% air.
Watch that tee box.
It's a little slippery.
Yeah, I almost went down.
Oh crap.
If you don't try to swing out of your shoes, you'll be all right. But man, my back foot came out. Front foot started sliding. I can't pull it off as well as Scotty Scheffler can.
That man's footwork.
Yep.
I tell you what.
Something about that footwork.
I have the worst footwork on my drives. And I've been told I look too stiff on my drive, and I was like, it is what it is. I hit the ball in bounce most times, so I'm fine with it.
That's what matters. Swing your swing.
Yep. Oh no, I'm gonna join you. Come on, get past those. Oh wow, that was short. All right, we got 2 looks at it. I don't like this tee.
I swear I'm trying to make some money for charity. I am trying to do that.
All right, we got my drop over here. Tom's was just gonna be right there, but you had a tree to the left, tree to the right, so not a lot of error that we could do.
Yeah, that would have been a
flag's
hero
gonna
shot.
be right over here. So it's gonna go pretty far. Tom, you got a hybrid, you said?
Yep. I'm gonna try to keep
Kinda
it.
gotta keep it low,
keep
and
it
then
low,
you can go
but-
high to get over the tree.
There it is. Get down. That'll get
Safe
through.
shot. There you go.
Just have to. It's through. We'll
Just,
have a
just like you wanted
shot
with
at
the
the
safe
fairway.
shot.
Definitely not what I wanted, but you know what? It's the shot I got.
We're in the fairway. The birdie is still in play. I'm gonna try to hit a 3-wood, kind of go after this, so that way hopefully a eagle's in play. Nope, I did the same
Get
thing.
through.
Did the same
Be all right.
thing. 106, in-ish to the wind, little crosswind. Kind of the same shot that we had on hole 1.
Well, let's hope that's not the same shot I hit that I hit on hole 1.
Yeah, I just need to hit a little bit less of a club, so I got my 52. What are you hitting?
52. We got
Nice.
the same club. Let's see if we.
It's always nice when they also say they have the same club versus, I got my 9, what do you have, 60 degree? Oh, he's so good.
Get left.
Oh, get up there.
Oh, I thought that was the. Yeah, you might not want to take a little bit of that. That wind grabbed it.
The wind grabbed
We're
it.
going right into it a little bit, but at the flags, can you feel that wind coming off of it?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to affect it. Looking at the flag, it's not.
Like it doesn't look like, it must be like right by a tree.
Kind of have that open space.
Okay, a little right to left, so I'm gonna go a little bit left and it should just kind of cut in is the goal.
Looks good to me.
Should be
Get
good.
right. We're dancing.
Good distance, there we go.
Like where we grew up, like the wind. Well, the course was called West Winds at the time, and now it's Crandall Creek. But just learned to play in the wind a lot. So a lot of my shots seem like knockdowns, or I'll club up and hit like maybe a 85, 80%,
Yeah,
and then that's just how I've always played.
nice.
But yeah, some of the, like a full wedge, sometimes I don't feel comfortable hitting a full wedge just because of those things.
I was just telling him that I would rather hit a full of any club versus trying to do a half or anything because I just can't do a half. What are you seeing in the putt? Left or right?
Left to right, but fairly straight. I'm not going to give up the cut. Probably left edge.
It snaps at the end. This will be a good birdie putt. Yeah, down here it doesn't look like it breaks much.
No, it doesn't look like a lot, does it?
Up here though, it looks like it breaks more. How'd you hate that when you're reading a putt and you stand one spot and it looks good, and then you stand in another spot and you're just like, well, that doesn't look right.
That's every putt for me.
I would love to hear it. If that is also every putt for you, leave a comment there.
Ooh.
Great distance.
Well, we'll be in for par, but I don't know. Maybe a
Maybe
little
a little
bit
bit more.
left. I felt good about that putt. Maybe it skipped a little bit on the beginning, but
I was trying to watch it on camera, so I didn't really get to see much of it. I know it broke to the left, or to the right, but all right, let's hit this birdie putt. Be good, don't fall.
hit that putt again.
Oh, you didn't even see the putt?
No, I hit the button. My cold fingers.
All right, you recording?
Go.
All right, it's gonna be a par, so it's gonna be $50 for nonprofit. We're gonna find out what nonprofit in the cart. So it's gonna be,
I don't know.
whistle there. All right, so we're even through 3. That was a nonprofit hole there, so we hit a par, so it's gonna be $50 for a nonprofit of Tom's choice. And what are you choosing?
BraveBe Child Advocacy Center.
Be Brave Child Advocacy.
BraveBe.
BraveBe Child
BraveBe,
Advocacy
yes.
Center.
Yeah.
You couldn't pick one with a shorter name.
It's BraveBe,
BraveBe.
but it's a Child Advocacy Center.
Okay, BraveBe. Why
Yes.
BraveBe?
So I'm on the board for BraveBe. It's a nonprofit that I've supported for a few years now, but just the work they do is I think instrumental to the youth that might run into a situation that no child, no family, no one should really ever have to deal with. And they have a new initiative called Brave Faces that has just recently launched, and it's helping people kind of understand their ACEs score, different childhood trauma that has gone on in the past, and just kind of understand that more and heal through that. So it's a nonprofit that really means a lot to me. That's why I like to serve. That's why I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve on the board, and so that's where I'm going to donate the funds to.
Very cool. If you also want to be involved with BraveBe, we're going to leave a link in the description. I would highly encourage you to just look at their website, see what they're all about, see what they're helping on, to see if anything interests you. Maybe you aren't in a situation where you can donate money, but we can donate time as well. And you can also share it with people that can make the donation. So please click on the link in the description, share it with a friend or family member, and also help give back, just like Tom's giving back on today's episode. Into it.
Yeah, like we're going to be...
This one's gonna be rough. It's a par 4, over the water, into the wind, up the hill, and those things actually do exist. Unlike your parents telling you they walked up the hill both ways in the snow to school and back and forth, but those do exist. Hole 4, question 4. You mentioned your friend's dad and a few families in your hometown who really took you in. If you were standing on the tee box with one of them right now, what would you want to thank them for?
Brad Bauer. He was our banker essentially in town, but he was also one of my good friends' dads, who, like, I was always over at their house. We were always just being kids ultimately, and Brad and his wife Bonnie really just were such a positive influence in my life. And the reason why I got into banking was because I saw the positive effects that just having someone to talk to. My parents, they you don't know what you don't know, and so they just had to, every time they had a question or needed some additional advice or anything, like they knew who to go to. It was someone that was simply accessible to just ask those questions or be there if they needed to talk about lending or anything like that. And I always felt would give them just here's the truth, here's the honest side of what needs to happen, here's what you need to do. And that was always something that sat with me, of that, not only helped my parents, but it's something of, that's a position that I always felt could help put someone in a better financial situation, or better situation in general. And when you have that person that not only creates that trust but allows you to ask those questions, I think it's something that's instrumental and is a ripple effect. Now that's something that I try to take into my own life and my own finances, and help, whether it be faculty and staff at the university or students or anybody that comes through my office, of what questions do I need to ask to really understand who this person is, so that then we can give them the best solution possible, not just here's what I think, but based on what you're telling me, what we've talked about, this is going to be one of the options I'd recommend. So it's always something that has stuck with me, and I think that was something that really kind of steered my direction into, this is what I'd want to do as a career. So if I had to sum it up, Brad, just thanks for taking the time to never actually tell me to, like, go in a certain direction, but always just show me what was possible. And Bonnie as well, like, just giving me opportunities, giving me a way to be myself at the time and never feel judged for it or anything, but just be confident. Like the positive influence that you both gave me was instrumental in now my chosen profession of going into banking.
Say to these people,
Right.
like, man, I tell you what, we'll talk about it. Oh my gosh, I'm freezing.
I'll say we sat in the sun. I might have taken the majority of it from you, but
That's all right. All right, we got a right to left wind.
yeah, 265 into the wind.
Okay.
We got water all over here. Surprisingly, the last time we did play this hole, there was a bunch of geese. I see one right
lone
there.
goose.
Right there, eating something.
One lone goose.
One lone goose. What's your play here? How do you play this hole? Whole fairway runs left to right.
When it's warm, I'm typically playing a 3-wood, but it's cold and we're going right into the wind, so I'm gonna play a driver. I'll play it up on the left because it does kind of start to slide back to the right once it gets over that hill. So we're gonna try to play that, and I have been somehow playing a little fade today, so we're gonna try to just see if that'll play again.
Nice. Yeah, that'll play again.
Hang on.
Oh, that really caught it in the wind.
That did. Huh. Well,
We're up there. You're not in the water.
Yeah, we're not in the water.
That's the important part.
That is objective number 1.
Objective.
Don't hit it in the water.
I'm gonna try to take Tom's same line, but try to hit a little cut instead. Hit it a little lower on this so that way it can run and stay out of this wind. No. Boiler! Okay, good, short. Cut. Now we got 32 yards to the middle here. Kind of looks like a middle flag. Kind of got to land it like right on it because it's a little hill right there, so we don't want to run it down.
Yeah, don't want to go too short.
Yeah.
That's
What do you
not
got in
gonna
hand?
make it. Sand wedge. We're gonna try to get it up there.
Oh, what a shot.
Right there. Ooh,
Stay there.
we're dancing.
Nice shot. That's why I brought you out here.
Let's hope we can make the putt.
All right, I got a 52. Just got to go right at this flag now. No reason not to. Or just go to the left of the flag. I'm on. All right, birdie putt.
Should we just throw
Pretty
this
straight.
one in the heart, right?
Yep.
So it feels like.
If anything, it breaks a little to the right, but the center should be good.
There we are.
Nice putt. What are we at?
-1.
-1 through 4.
What are we at? 4?
-1 through 4. All right, we hit a birdie. We're doing all the birdie questions at the end, so these are going to be sprinkled in. Taylor Swift or the Beatles?
Beatles.
Yeah, okay. Is a hot dog a taco or a sandwich?
Neither. It's a hot dog.
You gotta pick one. What's it more of?
It's more of a hot dog. It ain't either. It's a hot dog.
We're not
Hot
taking
dog
them out
is
of the
its own.
ledge.
Hot dog is its own. I stick to my morals here. It's a hot dog.
Drive the ball 280 yards into the fairway or never miss a 15-foot putt?
Ooh, never miss a 15-footer. I will, because as you've seen, there were a few that we would have been all right on. So never miss a 15-footer. I'll take that.
Nice. Beach vacation or mountain getaway?
Ooh, mountain getaway every time. I just love being up in the mountains, and we do it yearly. My wife and I. So mountains.
Perfect. That was a birdie question. Stay tuned for the next set of birdie questions. All right, we're 1 under through 4. Great drive, great chip, great putt. I didn't help at all.
Did I hog that one?
You did. Solo birdie. So give us a like for the solo birdie there. I think it's one of the very few. There's a fox over there.
Huh.
I don't have the other camera on, so you guys are not going to see it. But yeah,
it is.
there's just a fox running through the fairways.
Running through.
All right, hole 5, question 5. You've had some heavy seasons, from your son's health challenges to balancing career and family. How did those moments test your faith, and how did they refine what success really means for you?
So, I mean, you know what it's like when you have your first child. You know, you're excited. You don't really know how to feel. You have no idea what you're supposed to do now with this life that has just been given to you. So when my son Ryan was born, we were told that he had a malformation of one of the arteries in his heart, and then a hole in his heart. And we were, I'm already freaking out that I'm going to be a dad, and now this, and I'm like, and for me, I don't really understand what that means. So I get told this, and I'm instantly, mine goes to the worst. And so my wife was the one that really kind of brought me back to my faith. Just not only just meeting her when I first met her, but just through consistently walking with me through that journey. It was something that in that moment, even in that time of just like sheer like now what? Like, what do you do at this time? What do you do with this information? It was that calm of let's pray through this. Let's pray about this. Let's really kind of focus all of our energy into the positives of the situation. Like we have our son. We're going to walk through this together. Whatever challenges we encounter, we're going to encounter them as a family now. And with God at the center of that. So we went through that. You know, we went through all the checks. We continued to walk through that with my son, and then we had I think it was about a year later, had a appointment at Children's to kind of, you know, what needs to be done at this point. He's a little bit older at this time, and they did the scan. They're like, we don't see anything.
Wow.
And it was that moment that my wife and I were just like, wow, we just knew. Like that was you know, miracle in the work for our son. And those are the things where I don't try to take those things for granted of, you know, this is what we thought we were going to. This is something that we are able to now, you know, share not only with him but share with each other, that moment where we were all just kind of like, we don't have to come back here for these things. And
Super cool.
it was a big moment for us. And those are always just times where we continue to lean in as much as possible into our faith. And now what I love to see is that Rye has such a big heart, and he has such a deep faith at such a young age at 5. So it's really cool to see what that moment has kind of done for us and for our family.
Very cool. I think we hear it a lot on the channel. It's just having faith through certain situations and through the positives, through the goods. It's really been a fundamental base for a lot of business owners and influential people. But then also pairing that with a supportive partner, whether that's a business partner, whether that's a wife, whether that's family, having that support around you to really being able to lean on them, and then you're not in this alone, has been really helpful. I may or may not need some support on this first one, but I'm going to let you hit your hole-in-one on this par 3.
Let's hope.
How many hole-in-ones you got?
I only have one, and it's funny because I think Ben actually talked about it on his episode. So it was here in Lincoln. It was at Fairways, and I didn't have my golf shoes. I didn't have my golf clubs, so I was playing with Ben's clubs at the time, and Ben had a bent 7-iron on the handle.
Oh yeah.
It just kind of fit perfect right around my wrist. And it was just one of those shots where we were just kind of like, I couldn't see it. Everybody else was like, it's in.
Yes.
We go up, we look at it. There was actually a half of a ball about 2 feet from the cup. And I'm like, oh, that's it. Like, we're just out of the divot. We look in the hole, my ball was there, and we just kind of freaked out. We're like, we don't really know. I was like, I didn't see it go in, so I didn't believe it, but it was a fun moment. And then the rest of the round did not go as well, but we had that moment. We lived off of that.
That's awesome. I would love for you to get another hole-in-one here on camera. We will see it, and we'll get really close on here.
The
and
camera's
I will watch you run down to go pick it up, and I will stay here and record.
Camera's gonna add a little bit of pressure to that.
You got it. Just imagine how cool it would be if you did get a hole-in-one on camera, though.
That, you know what? They always say record your par 3s just in case. Oh, that's drifting right, but I think it'll be on. Nope.
Ooh,
Get up there.
Short. Looks like a little crosswind. I thought we were going to be into the wind, but
We were too. Once again, another knockdown shot didn't go my way. All right, now it's your turn.
that is true. I would love a hole-in-one on camera. I'd probably end my golf career right here.
Well, let's get through the episode, then we can you can end it after that.
After we're done with the episode.
Yeah.
I'll just let you play the rest of this by yourself. Oh, geez, I was tracking too. I caught behind it, so it's a little short. Said he's gonna play the bump and run.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I got new irons this year, and so it's still one of those, you're trying to figure out the distances with everything.
I mean, it's been over a year, you said.
Yeah. June. Is it almost
June.
been a year?
Almost.
June. So we've had them a couple months, but
Almost full golf season.
you know, I played my last iron since I think just a year out of high school, if not in high school. So
Oh, geez.
I keep my irons for a long time. It's one of those sentimental values.
I like it. go some.
Ooh, that went a little bit left compared to what wow. Well, start it right.
Yeah. All right, I got a 52. I start this quite a bit more right.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Caught it a little bit. A little thicker than I thought it was going to be. Got a left to right putt here for par.
Just got to give it the right speed, not hit it past the break.
Ooh. All right, we should be good for bogey.
Let's make this one.
Yes.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I need that. Nope, not the right pace. Slam that one. All right, in for bogey. Back to even.
Our golf season was always spring, so it's like just frigid cold. Like this reminds me so much of that. It's
Spring golf.
It was so cold back then. Like some days you walk out there and you're like, yeah, it's like 20 degrees and you're just sitting there freezing for the first couple of holes. But
That's one of those rare times that I would choose not to play golf.
fond memories, always the best.
Speaking of fond memories, you went all in at health, hard 75, GoRuck, marathons, HYROX. That's insane. Was there a specific moment when you decided enough was enough and you were going to transform your life physically and spiritually?
Prior to the pandemic, I actually bought a bunch of home gym equipment.
Okay.
And I started just had a gym in the basement, just kept working out, and I was getting so frustrated for the longest time. Like I didn't see any results, didn't see anything happening, and I started looking at like some of my habits, and I started really kind of doing a little bit more soul searching when it came to like health and different podcasts and different things that people were I always knew were good and were saying, but I just never listened to. Like really, if you do have a good, proper nutrition and diet, things actually work out.
Yeah.
And so I had a couple buddies that told me about some supplements through First Form, so I started taking those, and I started really like looking at kind of what the culture of the company was, and I started really looking into like 75 hard, and I always thought about it for a while. And so 2023 was kind of a pivotal year. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get some help. They have a advisor through that. You can use their macro tracking app that comes with an advisor, and they kind of give you advice throughout the whole process. And I was like, I've tried everything else. I've done these different diets. I've tried these different things, and nothing's worked. So I'm like, let's get some actual professional help from someone who's gonna like guide my nutrition, but also guide, me through like accountability. And that's really how I kind of that's how I work. Like if someone holds me accountable to certain things, like something motivates me enough, or keeps me disciplined enough to really just continue on that path. So my advisor was really working with me on like the nutrition side, and like, okay, we're going to move these things. We're going to change this. We're going to adapt this to like your workouts, to your goals and everything else. And that really I started to see the progress. I started to see the changes. And then a lot of the, competitions or things that came along with it were just a natural byproduct of like, I now felt like I needed to do more. And I've always felt that way, but these things were just like, there was always so much more to work through, and especially with now at the time 2 boys. So I was like, I have 2 sons. I want to set a good example for my boys. And the best way that I knew how was like, I love to show them like, if you can work through something hard, and that's like the hardest part of your day, but how good you feel after working through that, and seeing the end and the finished product of your hard work. And so now it's really nice. It's really neat. Even last night, I got a quick 30-minute workout in to just I didn't get it in the morning that I typically do, but they were out there with me for a while. They always want to work out, but they wanted to play and stuff like that. So we had a good time, and they usually hang out with me for the time.
Yeah.
But it was something I felt I needed to kind of push myself, see what limits I could do. And I've now really enjoyed like seeing what physical limits I could push. So the GoRuck 12 with a buddy, that was something we set. I think we accomplished the 12 miles in 2:55 with the weight, winning that one. And then the half marathon we talked about earlier, the full marathon was another one that I wanted to do. Currently gearing up for another HYROX in February. So we did the one in DC in March. We're going to do this one in February. So I'm currently in a training cycle for that. But it's just something I always love to see, like not only my ability to see how much I can push it, but see others and the other people who are kind of have similar goals or similar aspirations. And a lot of these people that I met through some of these, like they're busy individuals, they're high performing individuals, and they push it, but they always set, like they set such good time management to make sure it's a priority. And so that's something that just through this journey I've learned to better manage my time and not take time from others, but be able to use my time effectively to accomplish these goals while yet allowing the rest of my time for work, family, and trying to find a sort of balance. It's never going to be fully balanced. There's times where I'm going to have to prioritize, work sometimes. Family's always going to come first, but there are times where I'm going to, might have to be up a little bit later working on some work that didn't get done, or up a little bit earlier to get that stuff done. But it's been a great way for me to kind of understand, like, even if it's not a physical boundary I can push, like how well I can manage my time to get the things done that I need to accomplish.
Yeah, because you're adding so much more too. And I think that's really important. If you're in a rut, sometimes the best way to get out of the rut is to go work out. Like I found that for myself, and being a business owner and having multiple different adventures, it's just like getting outside or just working out, getting the blood pumping, get the brain moving and stuff has been such a benefit to a lot of life in general.
Absolutely. It provides so much clarity. Even some of the times, like if I have a meeting where I'm just kind of like chatting around, like I'll try to get up and walk and chat and just get my mind moving, or just try to get my workout in early in the morning. So it is the first thing I do, and then it just sets the tone for the rest of the day.
It's tough. I don't like to wake up early. Hole 6, non-private hole, 374 yards from back here. It's pretty much get it over this hill and in the fairway, and we're going to be in a prime position.
After that bogey, we're going to need something here. need a little magic.
That part is, a lot of people have followed up a birdie with a bogey, so
I tend to do that normally. All right, let's get a good one here. There we go. Come down the hill. All right, somebody's warmed up.
Oh yeah, prime spot. I think I'm good. So I got 122 into the wind, downhill.
I'm gonna hit a wedge, but I'm gonna try to keep it as low as possible.
Okay.
Just simply because
high loft
that
club,
wind.
hit it low. Got it. Is this
that
one of your
that was the
80%
exact divot I
swings?
wanted, but this is that wind golf at play.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's gotta run.
A little
Gotta
short.
run.
We're just
Gotta
on.
run.
Just on.
That wind hung it up, but
Yeah.
we're on.
All right, I got a pitching wedge. Just gonna try to get a little bit closer to the flag here. Kind of go right at it. Ooh, hit a tree. Okay, we're safe.
You got a broom?
Sadly, no.
A rake?
Just get a wind blower.
Have you seen those videos where like guys will take leaf blowers to the course?
Yeah.
It's a solid way.
I'd do it.
We should have thought of that.
Well, they didn't go for that ball, so I'm thinking that might be mine.
That might be yours.
I got my balls over on the other green or over on the other fairway-ish over there, so I think we're gonna go over there and grab that one when we get done.
We got uphill. I think it's actually gonna go right to left, which is odd the way that it's leaning, but you kind of see the undulation of the green go this way. And it's just gonna snap hard at the end, but if you go past the hole, it's gonna fall off to the right. So it's just a weird, it's a weird break. It's gonna be all touch. But first we gotta get it up over this ridge here.
Did you say right to left or left to right?
I think it's right to left. I didn't hit it. Ooh. Didn't hit it at all. And that went left to right.
That's what I was looking back here and I was like, I see left to right. But I've been known to read greens wrong sometimes.
And obviously I read that wrong.
So I didn't know. So I was like, well, I'm going to see what happens first. I was like, your reading's been pretty good for the most part. So
yeah, that one was I'll take that as a misread for sure. Like I told you, I'm great within 2 feet.
that's true. I've just hit all the ones from in 2 feet. So I need to let you hit one of them. All right, left or right, up the hill. A little bit of leaves in the way, but hopefully that's not going to affect too much. Oh, good pace.
Good putt.
That's par though.
Finish her out.
As long as you follow a birdie or a bogey with another par or a birdie, that's what's important. So we're even through 6. That's going to be another $50. Who are we donating to?
We're gonna go to Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club. Want to find out more about Boys and Girls Club? Stay tuned. All right, like we said before, that is a par, so it's going to be another $50. So $100 total nonprofit. We're going to go $50 for
Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln, Lancaster County.
Why Boys and Girls Club?
So I also serve on the board for Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln, Lancaster County. So
That's
another nonprofit that means a lot. That's why I chose to get involved. I think they do such great things for after school programming for kids, and they give them a positive outlet, a place they can learn, grow, and continue to prosper in a positive way.
Very cool. We're also going to have a link for that in the description down below. I'd highly encourage you to check them out, how they're encouraging boys and girls to grow in a positive way. And then donate if you want to, or share with family and friends as well, just like Tom is sharing why he's donated to them. And he's providing a bigger impact than just donating with being on the board to both of these. So stay tuned. We do have hole number 9 left as a nonprofit hole. It's going to be a par 5. And the way Tom has been driving these last couple ones, because the sun's been up, it could be a good eagle possibility.
So we're warm now.
Exactly. Most people don't know this about you, but you once tried out for American Idol and even
Yes.
opened up for Nappy Roots and Kid Ink.
Yes.
Be honest, if you had to sing a song right now for a birdie, instant birdie,
Oh.
what karaoke song are you singing?
Oh, that's easy. Anytime we go to karaoke, it's Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Yep, it'll be Tennessee Whiskey, the Chris Stapleton version.
What line off of Tennessee Whiskey is your best line?
Gosh, that part when he goes falsetto and hits the high note, like right on before the end of the second verse, going into the chorus.
I don't know.
Always
which one
gonna
you're
be
talking
something.
about. Let's hear it.
Are you trying to get me to sing?
Let's hear it.
I can't sing right now.
What?
It's cold out, man. It's cold.
I can edit it.
I have not warmed up yet.
What's a good one that you can sing right now for him?
Oh, there's not one. There's not a good one.
I'm
No,
trying to get a nice clip.
I get that. No, I did try out for American Idol like right out of high school.
What song did you audition with?
So it was a slower rendition of like The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
And so I did that, and then I sang like 2 additional ones. Like it was not like how you see on TV. You're in this stadium, they're just making you go through all these things. It was in Denver, and then you walk up and there's like a row of judges, but you're in Infesco Field. You're at Mile High Stadium, and there's just tents of
Everywhere.
judges lined up. And so you walk up in like a group of 4 or 5, and you're in a line, and so you're just like going up and
Singing something.
all 4 sing a song, and then they give you a pass or no.
Really?
And that was one of those things. I was like, I'm so out of my element in my league right now.
Because you're right out of high school.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and
Nice.
it didn't work out probably for the best. But then coming into Lincoln, I was doing music in my hometown, and then had always just enjoyed it, and I actually I started going to college for music originally when I was at community college, and I was just like, no, this isn't just what I wanted. I wanted to like get into producing and like what everybody sees is the cool stuff, and that was just me being super young and really being
Yeah.
into music at that time. But when I moved up to Lincoln, I linked up with Ramon De Leon. He went by Brown. He did the Big Red Anthem in the stadium, and him and I just kind of linked together like right away. Like both of us, like he was like a brother to me, still like a brother to me. Like I know that at any time I could call him up, and him and I could just start a conversation. Like we haven't never left off.
Very cool.
And when him and I started to kind of get into music together, and started to work on some things, like I soaked up everything. Like I thought, I'll still say this to this day, like Ramon is still my favorite rapper of all time. Like listening to the way that he kind of grew through it, continued for like he's done it for a very long time. He had the voice, he had the ability to just come up with different schemes at the right time, and also be very influential through a lot of his songs, and not just do what was the like
Trendy.
Big Red Anthem and everything there, but like he could do some of those deep crate boom bap hip hop style songs, but like get very lyrical. And so I always appreciated that listening to him. But he also had a smart business sense about him. He was going to the university, you know, he graduated his degree, and we were going through that whole thing through that same time. But like he taught me a lot about understanding my worth through that. Like if we were going to get booked on a show, like understanding our worth to it and what we bring to the table, and understanding what, you know, how to work with different promoters, or how to, one of the biggest things he always said, we always showed up on time, or we always showed up early. And that was something that we took pride in. Of, if you wanted us to be there, we're going to be there on time, we're going to be early, we're going to, you know, make sure that we meet you beforehand, we're going to, you know, we're really going to talk through this, we want to make
Showing
it a
true
positive
professionalism.
Yeah, and that was like, you know, we didn't know any different.
Yeah.
And honestly, we were just really having fun. And now I look back on it, and I think of all those experiences and all that, and it's like that really helped me from a not only a networking standpoint. Like I met a lot of people through that whole phase in my life and working through music, but understanding how to work with different people from different places, work with different areas, and just network effectively with people.
Yeah, very cool. All right, we have hole 7 here. It is 259-yard par 4. We have water that kind of runs through. You can see it right here. It kind of runs through. I think it's about 270 where it runs through. So Tom's got a hybrid here. Ooh, stay a little bit.
Hang on.
Stay.
Ooh, I might have been able to.
Might
Cut that.
be
That was-
safe, might not be safe. There's that draw you're talking about.
That was it.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit middle of the fairway there. Cut it just on the inside of the sign. Oh shit, straight. That won't work. Well, we're gonna hope yours is in. All right, we both hit out, so we gotta take our mulligans here. Better question is, can we use them as a good time? Nice and safe. There we go.
Ooh, pulled that.
128 front fin. In-ish to the wind a little bit.
A little right, left to right.
Yep, left to right.
You know, I'm gonna hit a soft 9.
Soft
That's
line.
a
Okay.
little bit.
Up on my drive here, it was a good mulligan because we're in play.
I was a little bit short on that last wedge shot. I'm like,
Yeah,
that was 122.
clubbing up a little bit.
Yeah,
I like
I
it.
mean, we're on the front here.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh, it's long.
No, it's good. Spun back. Nice shot.
That hit the tree.
Yep.
And came back.
Came back
I'll take it. I'll take it.
any day. What a shot.
That's golf. I meant to do that.
I've always said I'd rather be lucky than good.
That was a trick shot. That's the old off the tree and
Old
onto
trick
the
shot?
green.
Nope, chunky.
It's-
Up on Tom, just on the edge. He must have hit this tree directly here and it just fell right down.
so if I wouldn't have, we'd be on the practice green.
That's true.
That's
We'd be over there at my shot, just short of the green.
You gotta hit a better putt than I did last time. That was just awful. Better.
Better. We should be in for
You
par.
were about right.
Yeah.
That was that a little bit up, a little bit higher on the right. Maybe a cup.
Cup up?
Come down to it. Nice bird.
There it is. Birdie. Birdie questions. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Netflix binge or movie theater getaway?
Movie theater getaway.
Hopefully you get the reference here. Blue text message or green text message?
Blue.
Blue. iPhone fan. I like it.
iPhone, absolutely.
I think I know the answer to this one, but we're going to let them know anyways.
Yeah.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird, absolutely.
Tacos or hamburgers?
Tacos, 100%.
Books or podcasts?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Podcasts lately, just because I'm usually on the go. Books at night when I have that time, but obviously with kids, it's those things. But
Seasonality wise, I like it.
podcasts, I can kind of be on the go in the car, on the treadmill, working out. Like you can listen to it all the time. So audiobooks and podcasts have kind of been
I was about
my
to tell you,
go-to
they
right
do
away.
make audiobooks. I didn't know you were
Audiobook.
aware.
When I run, so when I did like anything long distance, I'll listen to an audiobook because I can't listen to music because it gets me out of my rhythm and I'm either running too fast or too slow because I got to run
Hard
to
to
the beat.
pace.
Yeah, got to run to the beat of the music. Audiobooks just helps me kind of get in the zone. Go.
Very cool. Marvel or DC?
Ooh, Marvel.
Last one might be controversial. I'm doing this because you got your Nebraska golf
are.
polo,
That's
Nebraska
That's
golf
it.
hat on. Nebraska volleyball or Nebraska football?
I gotta go Nebraska football.
Nebraska football?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
mean, I'm just I love Nebraska volleyball, but there is something about Memorial Stadium on a Saturday when it's like this weather, it's a little bit brisk,
Yeah,
and you're getting geared up to go to the game. Like there's just something different about that feeling.
something different.
Yeah, hard to replicate.
I like it. If you're one of my guests that I really want to get on the show is Jordan Larson. She does golf. I think the governor would just be amazing on here. So
Yeah.
I might have to play this clip and be like, hey, are you gonna let him have the best score out here?
That's
Or are you
it.
gonna come be the governor and kick some you know what on
I
this
would
golf
love
course?
that. I would love that.
It'd be awesome. Jordan, if you're watching this or somebody knows Jordan watching this, please tag her in this little, just timestamp this little part and be like, we want to see you on this. All right, we're officially 1 under through 7. What a putt.
What a
birdie.
What a tree.
We can't, what a tree.
What a tree. Thank
Very
you.
well timed mulligan, even on the drive. As much as I wanted to not use a mulligan on
Yeah.
the drive,
Yep.
it was essential because sometimes it's more
Well
important
timed.
about how you start
Yes.
versus how you finish.
Well timed.
And it can encourage a strong
right.
finish. So that worked out well. We're going to be on hole 8 here. We're 1 under. The thing that we cannot do is bogey this now.
Let's not keep that streak alive.
Let's keep it
We're
going.
back
It
to
is
another par 3.
It is a par 3, unfortunately. So it seems like if we birdie a par 4, we're bogeying a par 4 or bogeying a par 3. All right, hole 8. Question 8. You're building something powerful right now, a men's group centered around faith, fitness, and fellowship.
Yep.
What sparked the idea, and what kind of men do you hope join in the movement?
So this is something I've had on my heart for a long time, and it's just one of those things where I think from as a father, as a man in general, I think there's just things where we don't really have that outlet if you don't have that community of people. And I've always been one who likes to gather people around and try to build community or bring community together. And I think for guys, it's a really it's sometimes awkward. Like how do you create that community for guys to just
Outside
not
of
only
golf.
yeah, like in golf is one, and I think that's part of it. But I think it's one of those things where I just hope any guy who feels that they could use some support, someone to talk to, just an open ear, someone to listen, and and also be able to like do something hard in the
Yep.
morning. I think starting that morning, real early and just doing something. And I've seen groups like this pop up around, and I love the community that they're building. And that's something that I've wanted to do. And, maybe it's in Hickman or maybe it's in Lincoln, just a group that guys could come together and work out, get something hard out of the way. But then at the end of it, maybe grab coffee or schedule some things with guys that are like-minded. Maybe even not, maybe just a very diverse group of people from different backgrounds and be able to share that. And some with different, maybe they've been a dad and they're empty nesters now, and they have a ton of knowledge to share of like the stuff that you and I are learning through. And like, there's things that I learned from dads who are older that
Thanks, gentlemen.
you're welcome,
Have a good one.
that I truly hope can be shared. Like I just feel like there's a lot of wisdom in people who are dads, and there's probably a lot of stress and anxiety for younger dads. I as a first-time dad, I was so nervous. I didn't know what was going on. And
Thank you, guys.
thank you. And I think on some of the for someone who maybe just became a father, for someone who's been dad but just maybe wants to be able to share and mentor now, I think mentorship is extremely important. So it's really the full gamut of, if you want to come out, and this is something that I hope to launch here soon, but if you want to come out and like be able to just have a quick workout. It's not going to be anything that's super strenuous. It's going to be more body weight, maybe some sandbag stuff, but it's not going to be anything that you can't do with your body. But be able to move, be able to kind of get a little bit of that blood pumping early in the morning, get the mind going, and then be able to share coffee, be able to discuss what's going on. I really want to also have that faith component to it too, because I do think that's important. And even if people have questions, I think that's something that is it's a little, well, you can't have questions. No, you can. I think that's healthy. I think people have to have a diverse sense of thought to be able to really come together as a community, but as one, and be able to share that and not feel attacked or get defensive about it, but just like
have a conversation.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of questions that I think people try to say that they have the answer and know it, and there's going to be a lot that like we don't have the answer, or we think differently, and a lot of it might be perception or background or maybe it is knowledge, like pure knowledge. But I think it's just a way to create a positive environment for guys, fathers, for husbands to just have an outlet to where they can go to get a quick workout and meet some guys, talk, have a community to kind of lean on in those times where maybe things are difficult, maybe things aren't as good, maybe things are great, and you just sometimes you need that pat on the back and to get your roses sometimes. So it's just a group to bring a sense of community together, so that we can kind of not be alone throughout these challenges or even some of the triumphs.
Yeah, I think it's very important. I always tell people 2 pieces of advice when they become a parent or become a father, and they contradict each other just a little bit, but they're both very important. First piece of advice: don't take anybody's unsolicited advice. Sure. Now let me give you some unsolicited advice. Yep. Surround yourself around people that enjoy being parents, that enjoy being dads. Yeah. The rest is all going to work itself out. But if you surround yourself around that positive impact like you're talking about, it makes it so much easier to go through that journey, because you don't get all that negative stuff. There's already enough negative stuff out there in the world. So why would you do that? Follow-up question for you: if they're interested in becoming part of the men's group, if they're interested in learning more about it, how do they reach out to you and how do they be involved in it? Sure.
So they can reach out to me directly. I can link my email address after this. I'll probably launch the typical stuff that you would see, maybe a Instagram page or Facebook link, to where it's like people can sign up with the locations. With what I hope to do is kind of create a schedule where it's just, and I don't want to take a lot of time. Like ultimately, if this is a once a month, one time on a weekend, maybe it's a Sunday morning or a Saturday morning, where it's not like this weekly commitment or this thing that seems overbearing. Like ultimately the goal would be, if that is something that is wanted, okay, let's see if it works. But I'm not trying to take, as this is like a men's group and a fatherhood group, like I don't want to take away that time that goes to your family. But if it is a morning where you can kind of set the tone, and I would love for it to be like, beginning of the month. So like regardless of how the rest of the month goes, you can set that tone for that month. Start off with that conversation, maybe spark some creativity or some motivation or some initiative to take action in certain things. But ultimately, if there's people out there that maybe have those connections or networks that maybe you want to start something of your own, or maybe start something fresh, or start something new, or a new job, or seeking different opportunities, those are the things where people can come together and kind of have that community to lean on. So I think there's a whole number of things, but I'll launch everything, but I can also link my email as well.
The links will be down in the description.
I'm going to just try to keep it in play.
What's the hole about, though?
Where are we at? Hole 8?
Hole 8.
160 yards, I believe. Right to left wind. It's actually kind of dying down a little bit, so I'm going to hit at this exact moment when it's a little bit soft. Oh! Not my best. Not my worst of the day. That was the worst kick of the day.
That was a bad bounce.
Whew.
We got 160, you said. Try to hit a cut right inside there. A good time for a hole in one.
I like it.
Should be good. Center of the green.
Dancing.
Okay, right of the green. But we're on the green. All right, got about, what do you say, 35 footer?
Yeah, right to left.
A little right to left.
Not terrible.
Not much though. I'm thinking to cup up to the right. Oh, you hit it.
Skipped off of that divot. That's all right.
But good pace. Nope, I'm gonna join you over here.
See, tell ya,
Good
fire
par.
from within about 2 feet.
All right, hole 9, final hole. We're 1 under through 8. It's a par 5. It could be an eagle, it could be a birdie, it could be a par, or it could be a double bogey. I'd really hate for it to be a double bogey so we don't tie. As a reminder, the best score is even par right now. 2 people have it, so I'd love for us to shoot 1 under, so it's a solo winner on this one. But hole 9, question 9. I'm going to give you a magical mulligan. You can use it in anything, life, business, personal. You can go back and you can replay that moment. You get to take that shot over again, such as our tee shot over there on 6. I think it was 6. Yeah, tee shot on 6 or 7. But we both hit it out. You get to re-hit, but you get all of the same experience, all of the same knowledge you had from that first one. So you can't just say I would never take a mulligan because of life lessons. You get a second chance.
Sure.
What are you taking?
You know, I think there's a few things come to mind. I truly wouldn't take those things back, only because you learn so much through those mistakes. And I've you know, it's a lot of the things that I tend to reflect on, of like, when I make a mistake, don't do that again, kind of a deal. But if there's anything that I had to like change, you know, I would be so the first couple of years I got into the regional role, I was really trying to be someone else. I was trying to be what I felt people wanted me to be in that role. And for the first 2 years, I just struggled really hard. Like I dealt with a lot of imposter syndrome. I felt like this wasn't the job. Did I make a mistake? All those emotions start flooding in. And I remember, you know, talking with my boss at the time after, like, okay, I'm 3 years in the role. Here's what I'm coming to. And here's what I want to do now. Here's the goal I'm setting out for the next year, essentially, is what it was. And I really wanted to focus on kind of figuring out what my role in that. But I look back on that, and why I think that was like, you just can't try to be someone else and expect it to happen. Like, there were skills that I learned later that I had, which is why I, you know, was even considered for the position. But I just tried to do something else that was not my skill set. It's nothing that came natural to me, and it just came off as disingenuous. And I think not only could my managers feel it, but I think anything that I encountered, it wasn't making me happy in the role, and I couldn't do it to the best of my ability. Once I switched that and got back to like, really, who do I want to be as a leader, manager, and just general employee, it really helped kind of steer my direction into helping my team in the right way, supporting them in the right way, understanding my skills and gifts that I have, and then surrounding myself with people that might either accentuate those skills, or maybe bring their own skills that I don't have and that I needed around me to make that a lot stronger. And that was one thing. Like, it was 2 years that I think could have been, you know, more could have been done. But that was one of those, again, lessons I learned, where you can't be anybody else. You got to do what are your strengths, and lean into those, rather than try to do something that doesn't come natural to you.
Dude, that's a very good mulligan. I don't know if we've heard that one before, so thanks for sharing that.
Sure.
All right, we got last hole, hole 9, another non-profit hole here. It is a par 5, a shorter one, 437 yards. So we can really hit a good drive, and as long as we're in the fairway, it should be reachable in 2. Tom said, let's just eagle this hole and get out of here.
That's the walk-off. Oh
no.
That ain't gonna work out, but it is gonna work out, and it's gonna roll.
Hey, it's gonna roll back into the fairway? Maybe?
Nope, maybe.
I don't know, it disappeared behind
Wow.
there. Interesting last drive to end on.
I will tell you, it is. I'll tell you, I normally don't have an issue driving the ball. Today, I have all the issues driving the ball.
It's the camera.
Yeah, thanks a lot for this.
I'll be the first to give him, my guess, excuses.
Of course, I comment on Ben's. I was like, I've seen you play better golf, and you know what? We both have. We both have.
You guys are just lucky I can bang down long putts.
Yeah, you've saved me a ton of times. You and that tree.
Me and that tree. We're gonna have to donate some back to that tree. Oh my goodness, topped it.
You followed me.
I did. That ball literally hit right there.
Yeah, the tree shouldn't be in play, but the way I've been hitting it today,
Mine
anything's in play.
Mine works to the left and goes to the right, so the tree is gonna be in play for me. We're talking about this tree right here. Kind of a little low hanger.
245, you said?
245. You going for the green?
Yes. Realistically, the Eagles seems very doesn't seem as good right now where our tee shots landed, but
Seems a little rough.
the birdie seems
Birdie's in play.
in play.
Birdie is definitely in play here.
Feels like the play.
Should be fine.
Short.
Should be
Right.
fine. Nice.
I think we'll be okay. A little more right than I wanted, but you know what? It leaves you all the room in the world.
Yep.
Go for the green.
Nope. I'm on Tom's shot here, and I think the eagle is still in play if he chips us in. We got a little bunker in front of us, but we just don't think about the bunker.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Gotta kind of land it on there. We're thinking about a 35-yard little chip shot to the flag. So we gotta land about 30 yards.
Get going. Ooh.
We got a birdie putt.
Hang on.
We got a ball
Wow.
still moving.
That lands really hard.
Okay, so go a little bit more towards it.
Yeah, you're still going to want to land short, but maybe right.
Okay.
You got a downhill coming off of that sand, so it's a tough little chip shot.
Short right, love a hole out.
Hang on.
I really went for the flag, and I was like, I'm gonna aggressively kind of go at this and try to make this. I got my ball over here. I tried to dunk it, but not a bad miss if we're gonna have one.
Not at all.
It'll be for birdie. It's gonna be 2 under. It's gonna be 2 under. You're gonna beat the best score by 2. How's that make you feel?
Feel good.
Well, let's make the putt.
I have no idea where this is going, but I feel
Want me to try to read it?
I feel good. Like it's fairly straight. Fairly straight.
Yeah, because it kind of looks like it almost comes back to the left a little bit.
Just a tad, but not
Yeah,
not like enough to like.
like it's just top inside right.
Yeah.
But
Like
I think out of
does
the
it look
fringe a
like the
little
hole
bit.
is coming back this way?
Yeah,
Which is odd because the way that the green is going.
like everything after that hole is gonna go to the right, but yeah, I think coming out of the second cut here, or first cut, it should go a little bit to the left naturally, but
Ooh.
it's not a tap-in.
It's not. That's not. I went for that one. I wanted that birdie.
I could tell. You're just like, I got Dylan behind me.
I don't like
so.
leaving the birdie putt short.
It's almost hot now.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't wear a polo underneath this, so I can't really take this off. You kidding me? I hit that so soft. So soft. Want to putt first or second here?
Go for it. I want you to finish that out.
I want the guests to finish out.
All right, I can do it.
This is your par.
I guess I can do it. I don't want to miss it.
We're not gonna miss.
Yeah, you're right. No.
You said everything within
why
2
would I
feet,
ever-
you're guaranteed.
Why would I say that?
Everything within 2 feet. This is 2 feet.
Are you sure? This looks like 2.5 at least.
This is 2 feet. I'm going 2 feet.
And did you see it run the last time?
His promise was everything within 2 feet is good. And
I said I'm pretty okay.
full circle right here, full circle moment
This is it.
for the best score.
Oh gosh, you know, like play Tiger Woods when the heartbeat starts
Oh,
to hit
yeah.
on Tiger Woods PG. I'm feeling that right now. Usually it's for the Masters. There it is. Oh, locked under pressure. There we are.
Nice. You did it. 1 under.
We
Best
did
score.
it. We did
it. Yeah.
We did it.
I can say you did carry me around for quite a bit for the golf course. I appreciated a true ham and egg style.
It truly
scramble
was.
here.
Shout out to the trees.
Shout
around
out
here.
to the trees.
At least that one tree that really helped us, 'cause that did give us the opportunity.
Nice. And more importantly, we did par that last hole. So it's going to be another $50. So it's $150 total that Tom will be donating to nonprofits. What is going to be the third nonprofit, or will we pick one of the other two?
Sure. So I'm going to bump it up to 100, and I'll separate that for both BraveBe and Boys and Girls Clubs. We'll do 100 to each.
Wow. Very cool. I appreciate that. That's anytime that you want to give back more than you were asked to give back or anything, I think it's really important. So take Tom as a leading example on what to do in those situations. So we really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Both the links are going to be down in the description. If you want to match his donation here, by all means do. If you just want to learn more about it, he's on the board, so he'd love to connect with you if you are wanting to be a part of any of those foundations. But we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Tom, thanks for joining on the Mulligan mic, where all the profits go to a nonprofit. Please remember to like, comment your favorite moment from this, whether it was a long putts, whether it was a shout out to the tree, or any of those moments that Tom shared with us across the 9 holes from his Mulligan moments. And please make sure you smash that subscribe button so we can reach our goal of 500 subscribers. If you want, please follow along with Tom's journey. His socials are going to be down there in the link, and then we have his email to reach out if you do have any of those questions. It was an honor listening to how articulate you are when you talk, and the little nuggets that are in each of your answer. I think you had some really good sayings that were kind of sprinkled in there that if I wasn't on camera, I would have been like, well, I want to make sure I'm paying attention. Yeah. And I get the journey of rewatching this. So hopefully you guys got some nuggets as well as I did. You have an amazing journey when it comes to the challenges that you've had to do early on, midlife, late on, when it's trying to find yourself, trying to figure out who you are, trying to help your kids grow with different things. You're a true example of what I would think a lot of men should strive to be like. So it's been an honor listening and hearing to what you have done and everything. Do you have any closing thoughts for anybody?
No, Dylan, honestly, I appreciate you just having me out here. It's a good opportunity to just be able to share, a little bit about my journey, but also it's a really cool concept of what you had. I know we talked before this, but I think it's a really cool concept for anybody who has either something to share or just simply the ability to have a platform to be able to speak like this. I think there's going to be a lot of people that will look at this series that you have here and really be excited about it. So I'm looking forward to see what you'll do with this in the future. And I love that it's giving back to the community. It really fits a lot with, what my values are. And I'm glad that we played good on the holes where we did have to give back to charity. So you have a little bit extra to fight for. But no, I really appreciate you having me out. And this was fun.
Awesome. Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. If you want to be a guest as well, you can email us. The email link is going to be down below in the description as well. Love to have you out. Right now, you're going to have bragging rights. I think we only have 2 episodes left in the summer/fall series, and then we'll move into an indoor golf simulator winter series where there may or may not be some lessons in there. Don't worry, it's not lessons for me. But as a reminder, it's never too late to rewrite your scorecard. Take aim, swing hard, and never be afraid to take your mulligans.